You can request public records from any governmental body in Georgia. There are items that are not releasable to the public. No public official or personnel is required to prepare reports, summaries, or compilations not in existence at the time of an open records request. There are some exceptions to the release of certain records, such as insurance and medical information for personnel, or records that are included as part of an active or pending investigation. Information, such as social security numbers, credit card information, and bank account information, will be redacted from public records prior to disclosure. That means that you can still obtain the records but only with private information redacted. Just because a record has a minor piece of private information in it, doesn't make the entire record exempt. Only the portion that is private shall be redacted. You can request public records from, but not limited to, police, city halls, sheriff's offices, and other governmental bodies. During an open investigation, you may only be able to obtain the initial police reports. The entirety of the records will become available after the investigation is complete. Agencies shall produce for inspection all records responsive to a request within a reasonable amount of time not to exceed 3 business days of receipt of request. OCGA 50-18-71, B, 1a. An agency may impose a reasonable charge for the search, retrieval, redaction, and production or copying costs to produce records pursuant to this article. An agency shall utilize the most economical means reasonably calculated to identify and produce responsive, non-excluded documents, where fees for certified copies or other copies or records are specifically authorized or otherwise prescribed by law. Such specific fee shall apply when certified copies or other records to which a specific fee may apply are sought. In all other instances, the charge for the search, retrieval, or redaction of records shall not exceed the prorated hourly salary of the lowest paid full-time employee who, in the reasonable discretion of the custodian of the records, has the necessary skill and training to perform the request. Provided, however, that no charge shall be made for the first quarter hour. In addition to a charge for the search, retrieval, or redaction of records, an agency may charge a fee for the copying of records or data, not to exceed 10 cents per page for letter or legal-size documents or, in the case of other documents, the actual cost of producing the copy. In the case of electronic records, the agency may charge the actual cost of the media on which the records or data are produced. Whenever any person has requested to inspect or copy a public record and does not pay the cost for search, retrieval, redaction, or copying of such records when such charges have been lawfully estimated and agreed to pursuant to this article, and the agency has incurred the agreed-upon costs to make the records available, regardless of whether the requester inspects or accepts copies of the records, the agency shall be authorized to collect such charges in any manner authorized by law for the collection of taxes, fees, or assessments by such agency. A good rule of thumb is to ask for an itemized invoice to show where the funds went and how they were applied to your request.